Hello people, and welcome to Crypto Exposed. Okay guys, I got a post here by Hedera and I think I'm going to share this with you because, you know, this is just a great thing to see here, and it's just one of the council members here, and got some great news. So Hedera say, congrats to BitGo on your first day trading on the New York Stock Exchange and on 694 days on Hedera Council. So I got a post here that they've responded to in regards to this, and it's from the New York Stock Exchange, and they say today's markets, tomorrow's infrastructure. And I think that's really telling. Like the fact that you've got the New York Stock Exchange saying things like that, it does tell you exactly what's going on here. And we've known for a while now that Wall Street have got their eyes on crypto. They're looking at all this, how it's all going on, and tokenization and things like that. And it's inevitable. Like, infrastructure is definitely the right word, because crypto is going to be embedded in infrastructure with financial, you know, and numerous other sectors. It's just what's going to happen because it makes sense. It's just so much better. It's the upgrade. It's the 2.0. So I thought that was a very good statement there. But yeah, we've got BitGo who've just gone public. So congratulations to BitGo. As I say, they're a member on the Hedera Council. Got just a couple of things I'll just quickly show you here. So you've got here BitGo saying, this morning we took over Wall Street. Tonight we took over the skies. So if you can see the images here on my screen, it's going a little bit laggy. So you might see a little bit of like pausing going on. But basically they've had like a laser show in the sky, right? And it's pretty impressive, man. It looks like they've really gone all out with this. You can tell they've made it a big deal, and you know, I say fair play to them. It's a big feat. You know, not every company can get to this position, and I think what you're going to understand with this is like BitGo is going to be a representation of crypto as a whole right now, right? Like any company that is a crypto company, if they get to this point of being on the New York Stock Exchange, etc., they are going to view how they view that one company as how they view crypto as a whole. It's not to say that that's right. You shouldn't just tie everything under the same brush, but that's just what happens. That's naturally what happens. So them kind of pushing the boat out and, you know, making a big deal of this and kind of spending a bit of money to make it special and mark the occasion, I think it's the right way to go. I do. I think it's good. And I think they just want to celebrate themselves. They've worked hard to get to this point, and here they are. They've made a success for themselves and the company. So I don't blame them. I really don't blame them at all. I think this is really great to see, and they deserve to show off a bit, right? They deserve to, you know, push the boat out, make a big thing of it. It is a big accomplishment. So yeah, I don't blame them. So another picture we've got here, just in regards to, you can see here like New York, and you can see the huge billboards. I'm assuming this is Times Square, and you can see here the big billboard you've got for BitGo getting promoted. So you can see that huge promotion there now. It's out there, and this is what I mean. Like, this is a representation to show you that crypto is coming. Like, crypto is coming now onto the main stage. We're here. And so I look at this as a bit of a representation of that. And that's why I said earlier with that kind of laser show that they did, hey, why not? Like, show off, like, show what we're made of. Like, a lot of people, even now, they still think that crypto is a fad. They don't think it's going to go anywhere. They think crypto is just, you know, just magic internet money. They still think these things. So sometimes you've got to kind of put that presentation across to show that, no, we're serious. Like, there's big companies out here that will do big things, and I believe BitGo will be one of them. Okay, just one other thing I'll quickly show you. We've got here YZI Labs. So it says news. YZI Labs has made a strategic investment in BitGo's IPO as it debuts on the New York Stock Exchange. We're backing the regulated institutional grade infrastructure needed to onboard the next $1 trillion of capital. Wow, what a statement there. The next $1 trillion of capital. And again, I completely agree. And this is what I'm saying. Like, we're seeing it, guys. We've seen the tides turn. You know, we can see this happening now. We can see governments trying to get regulation out. We can see how eager Trump is to try and make USA the crypto capital of the world. And he said himself, it's because if you don't, China are going to get ahead of them, and they don't want that to happen. So again, like, this is where they can see crypto is valuable. They know it's valuable, and it is. Now, don't get me wrong. Yes, there's scams and stuff out there, as I say, like that is true. But the ones that are actually out here doing things that have purpose and a utility, like Hedera, these are the diamonds in the dirt. These are the diamonds in the dirt. So I will say this to you guys who, watch my channel. I say congratulations to you guys, because if you're watching this, you found a crypto that is useful, right? So the thing is with this, unless something really bad was to happen to Hedera, you've got a crypto that serves a purpose, and that should inevitably bring value. That should inevitably bring value, because when you've got these tokens that governments and institutions and elites are going to want to use, they're going to use them, right? Like tokenizing things, using DeFi, all these different use cases, international cross-border payments, like all these types of use cases where they can say, hey, we can use this technology and it'll be faster, it'll be cheaper, it'll be better. Yeah, it's going to enforce 24/7 access, etc. These are things where these companies are going to want to utilize that. Of course, it's like AI now, right? Why is AI doing so well? Because it can do so many things. Because it can literally transform jobs. And obviously, there is the negative side, as I said before, in terms of AI taking people's jobs. Like, that's obviously going to be a real thing that we'll have to deal with. But again, you've got to take the rough with the smooth, right? Like, there's going to be positives and negatives to everything. So at the end of the day, yes, there are going to be scary parts to this, but there's going to be a lot of positives. And for the people who are invested in like Hedera and other cryptos, look, I'm not here to give you guys guarantees. I don't know for sure. In my personal opinion, my belief is that Hedera will be one of the cryptos that is successful. We'll see if that is correct, but that's what I personally believe. And so if you guys, are in cryptos that are basically useful, then they should gain value, because people will use them because they are useful, right? It's really that simple. But there is a lot of tokens out there, and you've got to understand that there are tokens and networks out there that might not be as good as what they claim to be, or they might not be able to manage the things that they say they can do. So it might be that, maybe they've maybe said the things that the network can do, but it can't live up to those expectations, those claims, right? In my opinion, from what I've seen and all the research that I've done, Hedera is a network that does what it says on the tin. It can back itself up. It can do all the things that it's been claimed to be able to do. So for me, I look at Hedera as one of the chains personally that will be successful. That's my opinion. And you've got here BitGo, who are out here representing crypto, but also a member on the Hedera Council. So what kind of things could they bring? Opportunities, use cases could they bring utilizing Hedera? You see what I mean? So that's where I'm thinking with this. And again, it is a thing where this is the next generation, like infrastructure wise, this is going to be embedded into the everyday lives of people, just like the internet was. It's going to happen. So seeing this, a company go public, that's a crypto company as well. It's a huge representation. It's a huge deal. It's definitely not something to be taken lightly. And it's also a fact that they're on the Hedera Council. So what kind of opportunities can they bring? So real good stuff to see here, real good stuff to see, and we'll see how BitGo continues to do. But I've covered them a few times now, that they've got a lot going on. So I think the future is very bright for them. Thank you very much for watching this. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And hit that bell. Take care.